The MyFreeTaxes Self-Employed Guide, Tax Preparation for Home-Based Childcare Businesses, sponsored by MyFreeTaxes and the United Way. The information contained here has been prepared by Civitas Strategies Early Start and is not intended to constitute legal, tax, or financial advice. The Civitas Strategies Early Start team has used reasonable efforts in collecting, preparing, and providing this information, but does not guarantee its accuracy, completeness, adequacy, or currency. The publication and distribution of this information is not intended to create, and receipt does not constitute an attorney-client or any other advisory relationship. Reproduction of this information is expressly prohibited. MyFreeTaxes helps people file their federal and state taxes for free, including free access to online preparation software to complete and submit your return. This guide focuses on TaxSlayer because most of our users file using this software. This is the second part of the MyFreeTaxes guide to filing self-employment taxes for home-based childcare businesses and is intended for sole proprietor business owners. It's best to use this guide as a reference while you're preparing for and completing your return. The goal of this guide is to allow you to accurately report your business revenue and expenses while claiming important deductions. This guide is primarily focused on helping you complete your Schedule C, which is the portion of your tax return where you report your business income and expenses. If you need assistance with other parts of your tax return, you can access assistance at myfreetaxes.com/support. Part 2 of the guide focuses on filing your return online. Through MyFreeTaxes, you can use TaxSlayer free of charge. Unfortunately, due to statutory limitations, VITA volunteers cannot prepare your business taxes for you. To help you do them yourself, this part walks you through self-preparing your Schedule C step by step using the TaxSlayer online software, including helpful screenshots and explanations. In this short video, we'll walk through the use of the guide and highlight key tax topics for your business type, such as filing with MyFreeTaxes and guidance for home-based childcare businesses, so that you can self-prepare with confidence. You may feel a bit intimidated by the idea of doing your own taxes for your business, but this guide will help you have a hassle-free experience that can save you money, minimize the risk of audit, and help you set your goals to improve your business practices for many years to come. You'll come out of tax season more confident about your return and your understanding of it. This roadmap lists the steps in your journey to file self-employed taxes using MyFreeTaxes. Most of the guide is straightforward with how you enter your revenue and expenses. However, we'll be discussing key topics and guidance on entering them into TaxSlayer for home-based childcare businesses. Those topics are the business use of home and food expenses for children's meals. When you access MyFreeTaxes, you will be asked to choose how you want to file your taxes. You may choose File My Own Taxes or Have My Taxes Prepared for Me. For this guide, we use the File My Own Taxes option because many small business owners are not eligible for the Have My Taxes Prepared for Me option. Business use of home. You can deduct space in your home used regularly or exclusively for your childcare business. This can include a room that is only used for your childcare or a home office, even if it is just part of a larger room or storage area where you keep supplies for your business. The software does not provide much information on how you calculate your time-space percentage, so we recommend that you first calculate that on your own, then enter your data into the software and ensure they match. As a home-based childcare provider, if you regularly use your home in your business and are regulated, you can deduct the cost of your home and other related expenses. You can do this in one of two ways. The simplified home office deduction, which is a maximum of $1,500, or by applying the time-space percentage to your actual expenses. For many childcare providers, the simplified method represents less than their real costs, so you should use the actual expenses method to determine your home office deduction. To prepare for claiming these deductions on your return, whether you rent or own your home, there are two steps you need to take. First, determine the space and time used for care and duties related to your business. And two, determining the allowable expenses related to providing care in your home. To learn more about the steps to calculate your time-space percentage and for worksheets to enter your own details, view the MyFreeTaxes companion guide and scroll to How Do I Include the Costs of My Home in Part 1. Once you have your time-space percentage figured out, it will be much easier to input your numbers into the tax software. You will first need to enter the hours your home is used for childcare per day. Since the software does not ask how many hours you work when children are not present, you will need to factor that in when you enter the hours per day you use your home for the daycare question. For example, if you usually perform administrative duties, cleaning, and other preparation totaling 10 hours per week, and you're open 5 days per week, you will add an additional 2 hours to each day. Keep track of the hours you work when children are not present by noting the time you spend preparing your space for children, cleaning, doing administrative tasks, responding to families, etc. The sample log and hour guide shows how you can track the number of hours you work in your home and shows you how you calculate the number, which can help you in case of audit. You will then enter the days your home is used for childcare per year. For example, if you are open 5 days per week, but typically close for another 10 days throughout the year for vacation or other personal reasons, your days used for childcare per year would be 5 days multiplied by 52 weeks in a year minus the 10 days you are closed, which equals 250 days. Next, you will enter the days your home is available for childcare. Besides entering the time your home is used for childcare, you will need to note some information about the use of space and whether you use spaces in your home exclusively or regularly for business. If you have both exclusively used spaces and partly used spaces, which is also known as regularly used spaces for business, but also used for personal reasons, you will enter the square footage of each space type, followed by the total square footage of the home. If you have no exclusively used spaces in your home, you will answer no to the question, and in that case, you will have no exclusive use spaces and will only track those spaces you regularly use for childcare. Next, you will begin listing home expenses associated with your childcare business. You will be asked to enter direct and indirect expenses. Unless the expense is related to 100% exclusively used business space, you will enter it as indirect. Direct expenses should be entered at 100%. Indirect expenses should be calculated with your time-space percentage. Home-based providers should also be aware that because you are including certain expenses like utilities and repairs here under home office, you will not enter those expenses again when you see those categories listed as separate expenses on the Schedule C. In this next section, excesses and carryovers, you will only enter information if it applies to your situation. You will then be asked about the depreciation of your home. This is only applicable if you own your home. After you enter details about your home, such as the date first used for business and the smaller of its adjusted basis or fair market value, the system will depreciate the expense and provide you with the deductible depreciation amount for it. There is a separate category in TaxSlayer, depreciation, where you can depreciate other large purchases that are not subject to your business use of home percentage. Next, you may see the Schedule A adjustment screen, which will show you what your calculated business use of home percentage is and the deductible mortgage interest and real estate taxes you have based on your business use of home. You will then be taken back to the Schedule C summary page. There, you can go back and edit previous entries or move on. Other expenses is the best place to enter meals served to children. This allows providers to enter the cost of fully deductible meals, which includes meals served to children. This includes meals that you were reimbursed for by the food program. Note that when going through the Schedule C guide, that the expense line labeled Meals 100% Limit refers to meals you or your staff consume while on business travel, not the meals you serve to children. Food is fully deductible, with some exceptions. Food is fully deductible for children in your care, and you can report the cost in multiple ways. Food for your own children is not deductible. So how can you deduct the cost? You can use actual expenses or the standard rate. You can deduct as a business expense 100% of the actual cost of food consumed by your childcare recipients. Pros of this method is it includes all your costs. Cons is that there's greater scrutiny and recording burden. To simplify record-keeping requirements, the IRS provides an optional standard meal and snack rate that family daycare providers may use in computing the deductible cost of food provided to eligible children in the child care in lieu of actual costs. The rate is based on the Tier 1 rate under the Child and Adult Care Food Program. The provider may use the standard meal and snack rate for a maximum of 1 breakfast, 1 lunch, 1 dinner, and 3 snacks per eligible child per day. Note that this varies from the CACFP reimbursement allowances, which is typically 2 meals and a snack, or 2 snacks and a meal. With the right forms and systems, using the standard rate can be more efficient. Pros of this method is that there's easier record keeping and you can still deduct non-reimbursed meals and snacks. Cons of this method is that you still need to keep the name of each eligible child, dates and hours of attendance, and the number and types of meals served. So what about CACFP? The Child and Adult Care Food Program is a federal program that provides reimbursements for nutritious meals and snacks to eligible children who are enrolled for care at participating child care programs. Reimbursements you receive from a sponsor under the CACFP program are taxable only to the extent they exceed your expenses for food for eligible children. You're able to claim all your CACFP income as revenue and all of your food expenses as an expense, even if you received reimbursement for all or part of them. You've done it! You just entered all the information needed on your business and can now complete the rest of the screens to complete your overall return. Many small business owners can self-prepare their tax return to save money and ensure their taxes are being done accurately. No one knows your business like you do. The key to hassle-free tax filing is to have proper record keeping and bookkeeping throughout the year. Keeping track of all payments you receive and receipts and invoices for your purchases is invaluable and will save you a lot of time. When it's time to submit your taxes, submitting electronically is far better than printing and mailing your return. This is because there's a higher degree of accuracy and the process is much quicker. You may find that you need more time to file or that you have a tax bill and need more time to pay it. If that happens, we suggest that you pay what you can and then request an extension. You will need to put in the request by April 15th, but you can receive an extension for up to 6 months. You will still have to pay additional penalties for not paying any taxes you may owe on time, but that will be better than ignoring it altogether. There is no financial penalty for filing an extension if you need more time to file and are owed a refund. Additional resources and assistance is available through MyFreeTaxes. Visit the MyFreeTaxes support page at myfreetaxes.com/support. There, you can receive assistance from IRS certified tax specialists via phone, email, or live chat. Review our searchable, frequently asked questions for quick answers to common questions. And review additional filing guides and training materials. Thank you.